the enigmatic alien puzzle box. The alien puzzle box was an object of awe and mystery, unlike anything known in the galaxy. It had first been discovered 3,000 years ago by a group of explorers on the fringes of known space, buried beneath the ruins of a civilization long gone. This civilization, later identified as the Veyran, was believed to have been one of the most advanced races to ever exist. Little physical evidence of the Veyarin remained beyond the puzzle box itself, which led scientists to theorize that the box was meant as a form of legacy, one last piece of their culture left to whoever could unlock it. Roughly the size of a human skull, the box's surface was adorned with countless interlocking geometric patterns and strange symbols that glowed with a subtle, pulsing light. Its materials were unidentifiable, seemingly resistant to any attempts at analysis or damage. This durability only added to the allure, as it implied a level of craftsmanship and technology far beyond that of the most advanced species in the galaxy. The Galactic Coalition, an interstellar organization devoted to preserving knowledge, had kept the box safe in the prestigious Galactic Museum of Wonders for thousands of years. During that time, countless scientists, cryptographers, and scholars had tried to open it. Some believed it was a kind of code or language puzzle. Others thought it might respond to specific frequencies or vibrations, and a few even theorized that only a being with psychic abilities could unlock its secrets. Despite exhaustive efforts, all attempts to decipher or open the box had failed. It became known as an impossible mystery, a symbol of the limits of current galactic knowledge. Still, it held a powerful allure, drawing visitors from all corners of the galaxy who wanted to see the enigma of the Veyarin for themselves. The Coalition even designated special research teams to study the box every few centuries, hoping that advances in technology might finally reveal its secrets. The box's presence captivated minds not just for the challenge it posed, but for the sense of wonder it inspired. The Veyarin were known to have been philosophers, inventors, and explorers who held a deep respect for knowledge. Some believed the box was meant to pass on their wisdom, a parting gift to any who could understand it. It became a galactic legend, the ultimate puzzle, and an unbreakable artifact from a civilization thought to be as ancient as time itself. Over time, the box became more than a mystery. It became a reminder of the unknown, a timeless artifact that united the galaxy in curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. Galactic Museum and human visitors. The Galactic Museum of Wonders was an extraordinary place, a sprawling structure set on a planet-sized artificial space station orbiting a distant star. Within its halls were artifacts and relics from countless civilizations, both living and extinct, collected over millennia by the Galactic Coalition. Each artifact represented a piece of the galaxy's history, from the primitive tools of the first sentient species to sophisticated machines built by the most advanced minds. The museum's mission was to preserve these objects as a legacy of discovery, creativity, and sometimes tragedy, reminding the galaxy's inhabitants of the unity and diversity across worlds. Among the museum's most famous exhibits was the Veyarin Puzzle Box. The box sat in the Hall of Lost Civilizations, encased within a protective energy field that maintained a perfect environment around it. The room itself was dimly lit, the exhibits illuminated by soft lights that allowed the glowing patterns on the box's surface to shimmer and shift, creating a mesmerizing effect that captivated everyone who laid eyes on it. The display drew millions of visitors from across the galaxy each year, all hoping to catch a glimpse of the artifact that had puzzled the greatest minds of many species. On any given day, the museum was filled with the hum of translated languages as visitors marveled at the exhibits. Diplomats, scholars, and travelers from every corner of the Coalition came to the museum to learn, share, and witness history. As humanity's influence began to spread beyond their own solar system, Earth became a more regular contributor to Coalition endeavors, and humans started to appear more frequently among the museum's visitors. Their curiosity, enthusiasm, and adaptability earned them a reputation among other species, though many still regarded them as relatively new and unproven members of the Coalition. One such human family had come to the museum on a seemingly ordinary day. A young couple from Earth named Sarah and David, along with their 2-year-old daughter Lily, had decided to visit while on a rare vacation across the stars. For them, the Galactic Museum of Wonders was an opportunity to glimpse things beyond their world, relics from ancient civilizations they had only heard about in coalition news feeds or historical broadcasts. They wanted to immerse themselves in the vastness of the galaxy, to experience firsthand the wonders preserved here that connected so many worlds and peoples. The family strolled through the museum, marveling at relics and learning snippets of histories as translated displays narrated the stories behind each artifact. But as they wandered, their young daughter, Lily, was quickly drawn to something in particular: the glowing, beautiful patterns of the Veyarin Puzzle Box. Fascinated by the shifting colors and intricate design, Lily managed to slip away from her parents' watchful eyes and toddled toward the enclosure of the legendary, unsolved puzzle. As Lily reached out her tiny hand toward the ancient box, the other museum-goers turned, surprised by the sight of a young human child approaching such a significant and enigmatic relic. Curious human toddler, Lily was a bright-eyed 2-year-old, filled with the endless curiosity that defined early childhood. She saw the world around her with fresh wonder, her mind unburdened by rules or caution, processing each new sight and sound with pure fascination. Her parents, Sarah and David, often joked that she was a little explorer in her own right, always wandering toward whatever caught her eye, eager to touch and understand the strange new things she encountered. In the vast, awe-inspiring halls of the Galactic Museum, Lily was captivated by the bright displays and curious artifacts that towered over her. Though her parents tried to keep her close, Lily's attention was quickly drawn to a shimmering object that seemed alive with color. It was the Veyarin Puzzle Box, casting a soft glow that shifted subtly in mesmerizing patterns. The pulsing lights on the box flickered in colors that no human had ever seen, shades that only a child's imagination could truly grasp and appreciate. Without hesitation, Lily's small feet pattered away from her parents as she moved closer to this beautiful, mysterious object, her eyes wide with excitement. Her tiny hand reached out instinctively, her fingers stretching toward the strange, ancient box with the innocent need to touch and understand. Unlike adults, who would have seen barriers and been cautious around such a revered relic, Lily approached with a fearless curiosity that came from knowing nothing of rules or expectations. To her, the puzzle box was simply a beautiful toy, a shimmering thing she felt drawn to, something she could poke and prod to see how it responded. As her fingers made contact with the cool surface, Lily giggled, delighted by the feel of the intricate carvings beneath her fingertips. She began to pat and press the box as if it were a game, watching with innocent wonder as the symbols glowed brighter and shifted under her touch. For her, this wasn't an ancient relic or a legendary artifact. It was just something new and wonderful to explore, as unthreatening as any of her toys back home. Unfazed by the faint hum that started to build within the box, Lily continued to experiment, turning her head curiously as she pressed down on one of the edges, unaware of the dozens of wide-eyed adults watching her every movement. To them, this was an unsolvable mystery, an object of endless complexity. But to Lily, it was simply a thing to play with, a puzzle she was trying to figure out through the pure instinct of a child's mind. Puzzle unlocked by innocence. As Lily continued to explore the alien puzzle box with the casual curiosity of a toddler, something incredible happened. The box began to respond. It started with a faint click as one of its outermost layers shifted beneath her hand, rearranging itself in a way that had eluded countless experts. This was the first time the box had shown any sign of activation since its discovery thousands of years ago, and the assembled onlookers held their breath, unable to believe what they were witnessing. Under Lily's gentle taps and playful prodding, the intricate designs on the box began to rotate and interlock, almost as if they were alive and responding to her touch. With every press of her tiny fingers, another segment of the box would twist or slide, revealing hidden layers and patterns that flickered with brilliant colors. Symbols and shapes folded and unfolded in a seamless dance, creating dazzling displays of light that reflected in Lily's wide eyes. She laughed, delighted by the way the box seemed to react to her every movement, completely unaware of the profound significance of what she was doing. Onlookers, including her astonished parents and the museum staff, could hardly process the scene unfolding before them. The Galactic Museum's top scientists had analyzed this box for centuries with every technology available, but nothing had worked. They had tried physical manipulation, psychic energy, light frequencies, sonic waves, and gravitational shifts, but the box had remained inert and inscrutable until now. The box's transformation wasn't random. It seemed to be following a sequence, as if Lily's intuitive touches had somehow activated a program hidden within. Perhaps the Veyran, in their vast wisdom, had designed the puzzle to bypass complex thought processes altogether, requiring only the simplicity of touch and exploration. Or perhaps it was Lily's innocence, her lack of preconceived ideas and expectations, that the box responded to. She had no goal or strategy, only curiosity and the joy of discovery, a quality that, in the minds of many cultures, held a unique kind of power. The patterns continued to shift and evolve as Lily interacted with the box, each new arrangement unfolding a deeper layer of the puzzle. Sections of the box rotated and spiraled in a rhythm that seemed almost musical, as if guided by a melody only she could hear. For Lily, the glowing lights and shifting shapes were simply delightful. She had no notion of the thousands of minds that had struggled to unlock these secrets. Nor did she realize that her simple play was unveiling a solution to an ancient mystery that the galaxy had nearly abandoned hope of solving. As she gave the box one final twist with a giggle, the last layer clicked into place, releasing a soft hum that resonated throughout the hall. Ancient message revealed. With a final hum that resonated through the air, the alien puzzle box emitted a brilliant beam of light, casting a soft glow across the room. Shapes and symbols swirled within the light, gradually coalescing into a shimmering hologram, a projection that hovered above the box, taking the form of an abstract, ethereal figure. This figure, seemingly composed of light and energy, had no defined features, but its presence conveyed an unmistakable sense of wisdom and age. A collective gasp echoed through the hall as the figure's voice filled the room, speaking in an ancient, melodic language that seemed to resonate within the minds of everyone present. After a moment, the words translated themselves, filtering through the museum's universal translation systems so that all could understand. The figure introduced itself as a representative of the Veyarin, a species that had once reached extraordinary heights of knowledge and understanding before mysteriously vanishing from the galaxy. The message spoke of the Veyarin's journey through the cosmos, their relentless pursuit of knowledge, and the ideals that had shaped their civilization. Their society had valued curiosity, creativity, and a respect for the unknown, qualities they believed transcended even the limits of mortality. The hologram continued, explaining that the box was their final legacy, a repository of their most treasured knowledge and wisdom. It had been designed to test the very nature of those who would try to open it. The Veyran had intentionally created the puzzle to resist logic, intellect, and complex manipulation. They believed that true understanding could only be achieved by a mind that was free from expectation, driven purely by the desire to explore and connect with the unknown. The box was designed to respond to innocence, to curiosity untouched by ambition or agenda. As the hologram's words echoed through the hall, the implications became clear. Only a mind unburdened by preconceived notions could access the Veyarin's knowledge. To the Veyarin, true wisdom lay not in intellect or skill, but in the purity of wonder, in the simple act of wanting to understand something just because it was beautiful and mysterious. The message conveyed a gentle reverence for the simplicity of exploration, the kind that could be seen in the way a child discovers the world. In a final display, the hologram shifted, projecting images of distant galaxies, complex equations, and breathtaking designs of technology far beyond current understanding. This wasn't just a message. It was a treasure trove of Veyarin knowledge, a window into a civilization that had unlocked secrets of the universe. The figures and patterns danced in the air, weaving together into complex models of energy, light, and life, offering insights that could elevate civilizations. As the projection continued, Lily, the innocent catalyst of this revelation, reached out a tiny hand, her fingers glowing as they brushed through the holographic display, watching the shapes twist and respond to her touch. Knowledge to transform the galaxy. The knowledge contained within the Veyran message was breathtaking in its scope. It held answers to questions that had puzzled the galaxy's greatest minds for ages. Principles of advanced energy manipulation, hints of faster-than-light travel unbound by known limitations, and revolutionary insights into biological regeneration. The hologram symbols and equations were unlike anything recorded in any database, their complexity suggesting that the Veyran had unlocked understandings of the universe that others hadn't yet imagined. For those present, the realization was staggering. They were witnessing a revelation that could alter the trajectory of countless worlds. The hologram continued to unfurl diagrams and formulas, accompanied by visualizations of entire ecosystems, complex energy fields, and star systems interconnected by intricate lines of light. Embedded within the Veyran legacy were not just technologies, but philosophies, their approach to harmony, sustainability, and the balance between progress and nature. The knowledge wasn't just about raw power or advancement. It reflected the Veyran's vision of an enlightened civilization, one that respected the cosmos as a living entity to be nurtured rather than exploited. For scientists and engineers, each new revelation was a leap forward, a pathway to solutions that had seemed forever out of reach. The Veyran's theories of energy harnessing alone could eliminate resource scarcity across the coalition, while their medical insights hinted at a cure for diseases thought incurable. The implications reached even further. Entire fields of study could be revolutionized by the knowledge encoded within the holographic message, propelling galactic society centuries beyond its current state. Those watching, from researchers to politicians, understood the weight of this gift. This wasn't just a technological advancement. It was a responsibility, a chance to reshape the galaxy according to principles of wisdom and stewardship. The Veyran had left behind a legacy that could create a future where knowledge was shared and resources were abundant, transforming entire worlds and uplifting societies on every scale. As the final symbols faded from the hologram, the room was left in a profound silence. The projection of the Veyran figure gave a slow, graceful bow before dissolving back into the box, its message complete. The box's surface resumed its original, silent glow, as if the momentous revelation had never occurred. Yet everyone present knew that something extraordinary had just taken place. A mystery that had eluded the galaxy for thousands of years had been solved not by the greatest minds, but by the simple, innocent curiosity of a child. Lily's parents, still in shock, lifted their daughter into their arms, marveling at the role she had played in this historic event. For Lily, it had simply been a delightful game, an experience she would soon forget, even as the rest of the galaxy would remember her forever. Word of the event spread like wildfire. Coalition scientists began decoding the holographic projections, eager to apply the Veyran knowledge to better the lives of billions across star systems. Leaders and philosophers met to discuss the wisdom imparted by the Veyran, exploring how their teachings could guide society toward a new era of harmony and progress. For the first time in galactic history, species that had once seen themselves as rivals united with renewed purpose, driven by a shared hope for a better future. In honor of the moment, the Galactic Coalition declared a new holiday, the Day of Wonder, celebrating the simple joy of discovery and the value of an open mind. And in the Galactic Museum of Wonders, the Veyarin Puzzle Box remained on display, accompanied by a plaque that read, "Unlocked by the purest curiosity, a gift to the galaxy." And as civilizations continued to advance, each new generation was reminded of the power of childlike wonder, and the reminder that some of the universe's most profound truths could only be found through innocence and an open heart.